Okay, here we go. Everything's good. Oh, you know what? Let's get off the screen. This one. All right. So, it is time to play some Modern. We've been off of Modern for the last 3 weeks. So, I know everybody wants to see fish in Modern. Well, we're going to do something a little bit more interesting today. There we go. Let me just these. All right. Today, we are going to play with Yorion the Sky Nomad. Alright, so I actually tried doing this a really long time ago, but I didn't really quite have the concept fully down. And I think it was also before Modern Horizons 2, which has also made a huge difference in the way that decks are constructed. Because, like, now, you can supplement this with cards like Urza Saga and Subtlety, and I think, these are actually going to be very helpful in this. So this is a list. I solicited Nikichu. I asked him, just give me a list to play, and this is what he gave me. So this is what we're going to try out. I did not change a single card in it. We're just going to run it the way that I was given it. So, yeah, the idea here is that Yorion is a companion that, Merfolk can play. So we are going to play with companion because that's what a fair deck has to do in this format. You are either an unfair deck or you are a fair deck playing a companion. So that is the fucking hell that Modern has become. You live by the companion or you die by it. So it's I don't know, it's the statistics have just shown like companion is like ridiculously dominant in this format. Yorion is like basically tied for second place with Kahira, and Luris is just fucking everywhere. So we're playing a fair deck with companion now. So his restriction, of course, is that you have to play an extra 20 cards in your deck, but with some clever deck building techniques, you can get around this. So Nikichu has provided me with this list. Well, let's go through it. It has a copy of Blast Zone in here, and it's a one of, but it also matters because you can find it with Expedition Map. And why is this the one Expedition Map matter? Well, we're playing Urza Saga in this deck, so Urza Saga can find a bunch of useful stuff for us. It can make constructs. This card is just ridiculously powerful, and honestly, is I would imagine it's on the watch list, like close with Ragavan and Luris. So I know that Wizards they don't like the idea of publicly announcing there's a watch list, but Aaron kind of told us that a watch list does exist, so we know that Luris is at least on it, and I have to imagine that this card is too because it's just how redonkulously broken it is. So yeah, you make constructs. We actually play a bunch of artifacts in our deck already. We have Aether Vials, but we're also gonna have stuff like Map and Soul Guide Lantern and Aether Spellbomb. Plus, the constructs get better as the more you make too. So, and searching our deck means we can search for either main deck artifact or graveyard hate. So if we're up against a deck like Oops All Spells, this is really good. Or even like against like the Grixis Death Shadow, getting Soul Guide Lantern can like throw them off a fair bit. So it's pretty nice. Or we just use it for card advantage. That's not bad either. Saga can also grab Expedition Map, as we mentioned, which opens up our land tutors here, which we'll talk about in a second, and Aether Spellbomb. And Aether Spellbomb is an unsummon on a stick that can also draw a card, so you have a fair bit of targets for it. And I mean, there might be a scenario where we want to get Aether Vial with this thing. Now, this list is also playing with Chalice of the Void, so that means the constructs can be even bigger if we set this on 0 or 1. I imagine, like, if we're going to set it on 1, we're probably going to cut some of these cards out, but, I mean, even setting it on 0 is really good against decks like Living End, so matters a lot, or if against the Rhino deck, we can use it again on 0. If it's going to be set on 1, it's probably going to hurt our opponent more than us, so there is that. Otherwise, yeah, the lands here so one thing that Saga can do is grab Map, and then you can use Map to grab another copy of Urza Saga, so you can keep making constructs that way. But also, yeah, we have some utility lands in like Blast Zone. Yeah, Blast Zone can blow up a bunch of important stuff if we need it to, like multiple Death Shadows and Ragavans and Dragon's Rage Channelers. We do have a Hall of the Storm Giants. I don't anticipate that this card is ever going to turn online, but if we get to a point where we just have 1,000,000 mana, then it does become a creature. So I personally would not play this card, but Nikachu seems to think it's worth a one of. So we're going to play one and see how it works. We have our, regular caverns and Mutavaults here because we want our lands to do things, especially in the Yorion build. You want flexibility in your lands. Same thing with like Glasspool Mimic. It's a land that does things. And speaking of lands that do things, this is a new card in our deck, Otawara, Soaring City. So this one is the one that bounces. It bounces something. It costs one less for each legendary creature we have. So we have Svyelun and we have Yorion. So it can be potentially 2 mana, but most of the time this is just an emergency effect. It's on a land, so it and it's activated ability, so it can't really be countered. It's possible if they have something like Trickbind or Tail's End, they could counter this ability, but you can't use like a counterspell on it. So, or like you're not Force of Negating this thing. You can, pretty freely bounce it. Like, Chalice doesn't do anything to it. So it's not bad, and it comes into play on tap. So it's worth definitely you're always going to play one copy of this, but 2 copies in the Yorion list does seem perfectly reasonable, especially if we're going to have a second copy in case we want to go for our Saga map into finding this route. Because now, we have a copy. We have basically an Urza Saga means we can now use Saga to eventually find an answer to like an Ensnaring Bridge, which is I think that's pretty cool. Now, the only thing that sucks is that this won't work if this crack map and get this thing doesn't work in the face of Karn the Great Creator. So keeping Karn off the board is important, but we do have a land that can bounce it, and that's in addition. We do have Brazen Borrowers too. So Brazen Borrower is also an answer to some of these problem cards. So we're on 4 Tide Shapers and 2 Spreading Seas. We got to keep the Seas effects up, and it'll help us beat stuff like Tron. This list is playing Harbinger of the Tides, so I think that this is intended to try to slow down a bunch of decks, so that way you can get up to the point where Vial's on 5 for Yorion, and it also is a nice blink target with Yorion too. Let's hold on. Let me bring up the chat here for a second. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. And yes, Motown, we can put Chalice in 0 if we know we're up against Hammer. Like, Chalice is reasonably good against that deck on 0 and 1. 1 is the best number, but if we're on the play and we know that it's Hammer, then 0 is not bad. Alright, but let's go through this, because, Yorion means there's more cards, and we have to talk about them more. So this is kind of like Tulio's original list, where he was playing 4 Lords in his deck. However, because this is a Yorion list, we have to be on 5, so that's, we have 5 to maintain the appropriate density of Island Walk. But similar to that, like, if you think that there's like a lot of Death Shadow out there and there's like tons and tons of removal and your things are not going to survive, well, like, going wide with Lords is not really great in that point. You're not going to stick enough stuff. So, like, focusing on interactive cards that do multiple things, that's usually the way that you can, like, counter some of those things. So that's why we have, for instance, Brazen Borrower, because it is a bounce spell and a 3/1 flying flash threat. We have Force, pretty much, like, between Force and Chalice, we have pretty good coverage against a bunch of different combo decks and stuff, so that's nice. And we have counter spells in the sideboard to supplement if in case one of these is not good for some reason. Oh, I know, Motown. Like, the 4th, I am subject to whatever it is that the bot gives me, so I just ask for the card and they figure out what version I'm gonna get. This was not my choice. This is just what I was handed. Obviously Svyelun stays here, but so one of the interesting things is ticking Vial up to 5 is actually not bad, because we do have some 3s, like Glasspool Mimic and Svyelun can come in on 3. Like, there might be some scenario where you want to Vial in a Borrower, but you don't really need to most of the time. However, we have Master of Waves and Subtlety to Vial in on 4, so ticking Vial to 4 is not bad at all. Yeah, my intention is I want to play March of the Swirling Mist, but I actually think that card will work better in my Legacy list than it will in Modern for right now. But for today, I specifically asked Nikachu to just give me a list to play because I wanted to try out a Yorion Fish list because I know he'd been playing it. So I'm not changing anything in the list he gave me, but eventually we are going to play with that card, and I suspect I'll be playing it in Legacy and in Modern at some point to see how it works. But for right now, the thing that we're testing is basically Yorion. I want to see his plan in action, see how it feels. And also, this is the first time I'm playing with Urza Saga in this list, and honestly, I think this is really, really powerful for this deck too. But yeah, Subtlety and Master are both really good with Vial and 4 because the Master Waves actually makes the Subtlety bigger. So there was a time when we did this before where I had 2 Masters of Waves and Subtlety, so it attacked for 5 flying, which was ridiculous. And yeah, when you tick Vial up to 5 for Yorion, you can blink the Vial and reset it so that it comes back and just starts ticking up to like a lower number again. So you blink the Vial and that way it's not dead on 5 anymore. But also like look at blinking like Master Waves, very very awesome because then you're gonna get like a bajillion tokens. Um, blink Silvergill, blink Spreading Seas, get those card draws in. This list shockingly does not have Merfolk Trickster in it. I'm really surprised by that. I'm not really sure why he chose to go with Harbinger over Trickster, but maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll have an explanation. I'll ask him afterwards, but I mean this might just be fine the way it is. Yeah, the sideboard Kira is also good against the removal heavy decks, and I know that those stuff like Grixis Death Shadow is really tough. So like having anything to help against that is nice. Um, we have a Pithing Needle, and we have a Relic of Progenitus to tutor off of the Urza Saga. So there are definitely going to be matches where these cards matter. Pithing Needle probably helps a lot against stuff like Belcher and Oops All Spells. Even like Tron, it's not terrible either. I think that we're gonna be pretty good against Tron though. Between like 6C's effects, like we have forces and counter spells, like we should be fine against them. And subtlety. Subtlety dunks on it so hard now. So I don't know if we need Needle against that, but there definitely are applications for Needle where you want to bring it in. And he's also playing with Miscast, which I think is gonna help against decks like Living End. Because you really need to have cheap permission spells against them. It's like yeah, if they're casting Living End, you absolutely cannot like let that resolve because once Living End resolves, your chances of winning plummet. So this card is it's a little bit less useful than Spell Pierce in some matches, but it's also a lot more useful against stuff like Living End where now they have to get all the way up to like 6 mana before they can actually like win and to beat a miscast. So because some I've seen them, like cast Shardless Agent with 2 mana open. It's not unreasonable for them to do that at all. So yeah, miscast goes a little bit further against some of those combo decks, and it being 1 mana is actually it's pretty helpful too. All right, so that's enough talking about this. I mean, there are probably some changes I would make to this list, but like I said, I'm playing exactly what I was given, so that's what's happening here. This is what the Merfolk Master said that I should go and try out tonight, so that's what we're doing. We can bring the chat back. Yeah, honestly, I do think that Yorion is a good fit for Merfolk. And the deck is definitely constructed in a way to take advantage of it too. Because now, like having 4-drops means you can curve up into Yorion pretty well. And the lands like actually all do things. They're not like dead draws for the most part. So I do think though Grixis Death Shadow is just going to be very hard to beat. And I'm not really sure how well we're going to defeat something like Hammer Time, but maybe Harbinger will be a little bit better against Hammer Time than Trickster. That's entirely possible. So, I don't know. It's weird not registering a deck that has Trickster in it. I miss it already. But let's get this done. Alright. We are up against Willie Blake. Yeah, I would like to show you my companion. Don't forget to reveal it. This hand's good. We're gonna lead off on Cavern of Souls because we're not gonna have mana for this right away, so. The opponent has not shown us a companion either. Okay. This hand, I think it's fine. So what is this? Control? They might Prismatic Ending my Vial. Alright, what are you going to do with this Flooded Strand? I guess if they get rid of Vial, it's not that big a deal. Nope, just try them. What do we see here? Alright, ending goes away. I am going to play the other Aether Vial. Yeah, that's what the backup does matter here. And then I'll play the Chalice on 1 probably next turn. That'll be fine. Unless I draw a land, in which case I'll probably make a construct. Oh, you know what? Okay. They don't hit another land. That's interesting. Alright, so what do I want to do here? I think I'm going to make a construct, and I'm not going to play Chalice here because I'm going to probably need to get that expedition map. So I think we might need to get the land with it. Putting it on 1 is not great until... No, oh, fuck! He just conceded the game. Just didn't draw enough lands, and I guess he just conceded to Earth. We didn't play a single threat! Fuck. Okay. So, like... Alright. They're playing Triome, so... I have to imagine it's a control deck, but they're not playing Yorion or Kahira. Could this be, like, Death and Taxes? Is that possible? Like... I'm not really sure what's going on here yet. I get the impression, though, that Chalice might not be that good here. I'm just taking a guess. And I feel like Kira's probably going to be important. Maybe I'm wrong, but it feels like that might be the case. And then we have to bring something else in. So, like, they didn't really show us a whole lot. Maybe like maybe a seize, maybe counterspell. Like one of these two is probably got to be correct. I think that it's probably control. So I'm kind of leaning on taking Spreading Seas out and just bringing in some counterspells. Again, we don't really know what their deal is yet. It could have been Teferi. That's true. Maybe I don't need Soul Guide Lantern. I mean, it's not terrible because it can draw a card, but we still have Map and Spellbomb, which I think is fine. Pithing Needle might not be terrible if it is a control deck. The only problem I have with like Needle is that it's not going to stick around against Prismatic Ending a lot, so we'll try this and see what happens. This is like the Urza Saga effect. Like, you know, if you just like present an Urza Saga, like they'll just give up. They just know. I think that we keep this. We're gonna play Silvergill and then probably Kira first. But yeah, you just he mulled to 6. Oh my god, the opponent. Look at how many cards they drew. The salt is fucking real. I feel like if they mulligan to like again, that they would have just conceded. But we had to have been close. Oh, you know what? The Force is definitely a good pickup here because now I can play that and like throw Glasspool to it if need be. And you know what else? Kira here is gonna make this Otawara cheaper if I end up needing that. Okay. I guess let's see if they have Spell Snare. Alright. I'll show them the other Silvergill. Why not? That's not bad either. Like, we have lots of stuff here. But if I don't draw another land, I'm playing Otawara as a land. So we might see Teferi. Saheeli Ray. Okay. Well, we're definitely not doing that. Fuck off. So we're okay. So they're playing the Felidar Guardian, I think. I guess let's attack first. Subtlety is definitely great. Play this. We'll play Kira. Protect our creatures from removal. And then I can probably I might just play Svyelun right away. Okay, they just gave up. Fuck it. Cool, we'll take it. That was awesome. Yeah. Cat combo, I agree. That's they were just like, there's no fucking way that we're killing all these creatures. Like we forced a Healy, and it's like, okay, now Kira's in play, so like you're gonna 2-for-1 yourself on a mulligan after losing game 1. Yeah, just fuck it, abandon this match. That was pretty funny that we won a game without even playing a creature, though. I don't know if I've ever accomplished that before. I think usually, like, my opponents wait till I play a creature to concede, but I guess they just were willing to give up to the Urza Saga, so. You know what? If every match is like that, I'm not going to argue with it. Don't seabirds eat fish? Uh, yes. Oh my god, we're up against Bryant Cook. It has been a really long time since I've played against him, and he's almost definitely playing a version of Twiddlestorm. And there is probably no way that this hand is gonna beat him. So we have like no threats here. The Spreading Seas is not gonna do anything because he probably has Lotus Field. I do have Urza Saga though, but I think it's gonna be too slow. Maybe it won't be actually. Like, you know what? The Saga could feasibly get it could get the relic. You know what? All right, let's try this because actually this gets a graveyard hate piece. All right. So I think that we start with Saga because we want to get our graveyard hate quickly. No, we don't have Shadow Spear on this list. Nikachu doesn't. He wasn't like a huge fan of Shadow Spear, so. But the Urza Saga does get graveyard hate, which is relevant, I believe. I guess this doesn't really matter. I guess I'm just gonna cast Spreading Seas to draw a card because it makes no actual difference. All right, well, Master of Waves is like not that great because it's slow. Okay. Serum Visions. Yeah. This is also a match where I think Pithing Needle would help. No, I don't think it's Belcher. I think he's playing the Lotus Field Twiddle Storm combo. Bryant Cook is like one of Magic's most infamous Storm players, and he plays Storm basically everything. And I think that's what's happening. He could be like maybe playing Oops or something, but like I would be very much willing to bet that this is a Storm deck. Though, I mean, he's played 2 of these lands so far, so it's possible that maybe he's got something else going on. But I am sure that it's combo of some kind. In any case, I don't think there's any downside to getting this right now. We drew the Expedition map, and I think we are going to play it. And I will Vial and Harbinger in the end step. Probably use Expedition map to find a Mutavault. And Vial's probably going to get ticked up. Or the other option is if I draw a land, I might put Yorion in my hand. Yeah, look, Peer Through Depth. This is definitely a like not the kind of card that that Belcher would play. He got Ideas Unbound. See? Lotus Field. I knew it. Okay, so yeah, that happens. And I think the thing is like these both are spells that he can cast from the graveyard. Oh, you know what the other thing is if I use this right now and get Mutavault, I still could. I don't think I'm drawing a card with this though. Let's see. How long is the game going to last? I think I do need to get Mutavault. So I need as much pressure as possible. Getting Urza Saga like doesn't really do much. I think I just want pressure. And if I need to emergency crack this thing to draw for a force, then I have the option to do that still. This is not a terribly great position, but I think this Lantern does help a little bit. He's got... So if I remember, it like plays Underworld Breach, and he needs to have a bunch of cards in his graveyard to keep going off. So this does mess with the math a little bit. So 4 mana, recross the paths. Oh fuck. Okay, he's all right. So he's basically built like a modern Doomsday version of this deck. All right, I got you. This is definitely something that like I probably need to force. Right. If I miss force, like I'm basically just giving him the game. There is still the possibility that I could force next turn, but if he has like a Veil of Summer or something in hand, like it would be really bad. He's got 1 mana up. I think that I really need to try to force this. Because if this spell resolves, you are going to die. Okay. We did find it too, which is actually pretty awesome. The game goes on. You know what? I actually kind of regret pitching Subtlety. I think that it might have been better to hold on to the other Master of Waves. Because playing Master and responding with Master would have actually killed them faster. This is also fine, though. Like, this will still do the job. We've got lethal in play, so he's got to do something here. Yeah. Now, Recross the Paths is Modern's version of Doomsday and Legacy. This card, if you cast it, you will get to stack your entire deck. The Belcher players play it so that they can go off using and they can create piles of cards using Recross the Paths. Or I mean, I'm sorry, I'm using the Miracle spell. Fuck, what is it called? You know what? Uh, you know what? Do what you're gonna do. I can't really interact with this, and I think you know that by now. Reforge the Soul. That's the one. All right, so he's got the mana now. That's terrible. Having found a second recross was dangerous. All right, so let's see exactly. Take us to school. How are you gonna assemble this? He has to win this turn, and he should be able to do it with Lotus Field here. He has 5 cards in hand, so I presume that at least one of those cards is going to let him draw off the top and do what he's got to do. Hold on. I don't think I want that. Because if he's gonna... Okay, it depends on what he's gonna cast here. So he's revealed his deck. He does have Past in Flames in the graveyard, so that's probably enough here. So I don't think he's gonna let me draw cards. This is all the stuff he revealed here. So he is playing Twiddle. Just sure. I think he's cast all the Ideas Unbound at this point. Alright. I think at this point it's safe to see. I learned, like, we can F6 through this, so we have a chance to see what he's up to. So at any given point, Past in Flames can just come back and start casting all this stuff, and the Grape Shot will eventually kill us, but, you know, we'll let him do it because he's the expert on this and it's fun. He's up to a storm count of 11. And all this, he's only going to get to 20, but, like, as soon as he goes for the Past in Flames, like, he's going to be able to do it just fine. Which he has it too. Right. He's at the 6 mana he needs, right? So he's got to tap. He'll tap it for red at one point. But I guess the trick first is he's got to fill up his graveyard. So right now he's in the process of casting all of these spells until he finds everything. So here's what he's actually found so far. It could be the Past in Flames is like stuck on the bottom of the deck, or maybe the Grape Shot is too. So he's just got to be able to get to it. I mean, reasonably, he should be able to. It's... I think he's gone through enough cards where at this point, you know, he's guaranteed to do it. What happened to our Lantern is I cracked it in order to try to counter the first copy of Recross the Paths, which I cracked the Lantern and I drew the Force and I forced the recross, but he ended up finding a second recross the turn before that we were going to kill him. So that's what happened. And see, like here, he didn't actually need to use the graveyard. He has Past in Flames where he can actually do that, but yeah, there we go. That's enough copies of Grape Shot to do it. He does have the Past in Flames, so like he can go off, but that game he didn't even need it. So I do think the Chalice of the Void is actually going to help, so we're going to leave that here. The Relic is, I guess the Relic matters. We'll take out Aether Spellbomb. That's not useful. Subtlety is not terribly useful either. He's not really playing any creatures or planeswalkers, so Miscast, it matters. So we have to take out more cards here. I guess Spreading Seas is pretty bad. Have I recovered from Sunday? It took a day, but you know, yeah. So it was yeah. Sunday was an experience. I think I got home at like 11:15 at night. So yeah, I was pretty tired the next day. I have to cut one card. I guess I could cut like a Master of Waves. It does end the game pretty fast, but we need to kind of kill him very quickly. And I don't want to tap out if I don't have to. I guess the other nice thing about Subtlety is like Subtlety is a flash creature that we can win with, but I don't know. It's got to be pretty close between whether Subtlety or Master is actually better. Yeah, it was very nice meeting both of you. I enjoyed that a lot, and I really appreciate the. I think yeah, dinner was awesome. That was fantastic, and yeah, just witnessing that round one was just like it's just crazy. All right, well we have a pile of like counter effects here. I think that we should be good. I guess I'm just thinking whether I want subtlety or master for this. I think that Master's fine, but like I said, I don't like the idea of tapping out 4 mana. He can only go off at sorcery speed, so it might actually be better to bring in subtleties here. I think I'm going to do that for that reason. Because at least then I can hold up my counter spells better. Alright. I would love to go first, and let's show our Sky Snack. That was close, but he found the second recross in time. I think that I keep this. Oh, it's. I don't have like any effects that like slow him down at all, though. Like this against most decks would actually be pretty good, but like I don't know if it's gonna be fast enough against him. What's gonna happen is like turn 3, you can just play a Lotus Field, and I'm gonna be fucked if I don't find something. I think I mulligan at least once. Like this is only a little bit better, but this has to be at least somewhat better. Alright, I guess I'm keeping this. I'm not like super thrilled about it, but and this actually might be play Mutavault and attack with it. Or you know what? Yeah, I think I do that, and then I'll flash in Borrower maybe. I think that's fine. So I have Force, I can hold the Borrower up for it. Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, like, I felt like Merfolk definitely didn't feel like a stupid choice for Legacy. Um, there was that one match with Engineer, but, like, that happens. Like, it's what it is. But I mean, I also have the experience of, like, having played Merfolk and Legacy for a really, really long time. So, it helped to counter the fact that I hadn't played in so long because I still like had muscle memory from it. I think this turn I'm supposed to play Brazen Borrower. could attack with the Mutavault and play Urza Saga. And then play this, like, next turn. That's not unreasonable. If I play this, like, I'm definitely pitching Glasspool, though, if that happens. Then next turn, maybe I just play Otawara and then see what happens. Yeah. Okay. Ideas Unbound is a pretty brutal card, but you know what? Cards in his graveyard are perfectly fine for him. He's got a discard here, but that's not a big deal. He wants cards in his graveyard anyway. I think the last time I played Bryant Cook on MTGO was in a Legacy League, like, probably a year ago. I haven't really been playing a whole lot, and he's been experimenting lately with a bunch of different weird kind of Lotus Field combo decks, and honestly, oh, if he discarded a Recross the Paths, we have to be in a lot of trouble. Okay. I think that I need to play this Chalice on 1. I just kind of have to, like, pass. I might animate the Mutavault with this Saga. So now he's, yeah, like, it's going to be difficult for him to win through this. Not impossible, but definitely hard. He's got the 3 lands he needs for Lotus Field. Okay. He just has to dig for an answer now. It does turn off stuff like Veil of Summer, though, which is nice. Oh, he discarded 3 1s. Alright, that's going to be good for us, right? I think that this is the correct thing to do here. Alright, an artifact card. Probably Soul Guide Lantern again. Let's get rid of Recross the Paths. I think we're in okay shape here. I could put Yorion in hand, but, like, I have no intention of actually casting it anytime soon, and I would rather flash in this Borrower. Or just make a Construct token, to be honest. Making a Construct here is not bad at all. It'll be a 4/4. Alright, so I guess here now I have to decide what do I want to do with this. I think I make another Construct? And off of this one, I think I get Expedition Map. Okay. This puts like the fastest clock on him, so it feels like this is pretty good. So he's got to like do something this turn. We have Chalice protecting us. We have, I don't know if the Lantern matters that much, but we do have Force still too. And Force just might be enough. I'm hoping that this means that we're okay. Alright, now he's gonna buy himself time against the constructs here. We'll just flash in Borrower on his end step. Okay. I mean, that's not great, but it's happening. He's got Lotus Field. He might just think he has time. And he doesn't know about this, so that could be why. I mean, maybe he'll just try to combo off right here. I mean, he just sacrifices these two lands, like, if he, it's possible, like, he could just go for this. Yeah. Alright, well, he's played a land already, right? So I don't know what else he can actually do here. He's just trying to set up for a win next turn. I think this means we've got this. We just flash in Brazen Borrower and that should kill him. Alright, well, he's going to reveal his deck again, so let's see what else we know about now. He's got Veil of Summers, he's got Echoing Truth. Alright, that makes sense. Anything else here that is really relevant? I think those are the only cards. Like, I think these two are the ones that matter. We've seen all the rest of these cards now, so. And Mystical Dispute. Okay, so he does have, like, 2 copies of this, maybe 3. He's out of mana, and I don't think there's a way for him to get mana right now, so I think that just means he's dying. Okay, no one wins the clash. Alright. Alright, fuck, that was rough. Okay. So knowing what we know now, does that change anything that we do? I don't think so. I think that we just have to run this back exactly. Like, I don't actually know if Soul Guide and Relic are helping that much here. But they might just be fine because they're worth a card off of Saga. That's all. Because we can crack it to draw, like, try to find Force of Negation or something. But I don't think there's very much else I want to change. It is sort of a non-bow for, like, Miscast to be turned off by Chalice, but at the same time, like, it's still probably fine, because if he, like, tries to get rid of my Chalice, it does turn this back on. So, it could just shut him down on a combo turn. Yeah, Miscast and Chalice was not, like, a great combo together, but I still think that they're individually good enough where I still probably need them both. Because I need to find one or the other. Like, this hand's not going to work. Flusterstorm might be better for this, yeah. Well, I can't cast any of that. This is better. I think I keep this. And I just put a Glasspool in the bottom. Get the Aether Vial out, and then hopefully Chalice on one will be helpful. That's actually pretty good, too. So this means our Chalice comes out now. Oh yeah, Nikachu. So what is it that made you choose Harbinger over Merfolk Trickster? I'm just curious. See, he found Lotus Field with that. Oh, okay, so I see. Like, this is like the main kind of combo of his deck. Lotus Field is the only actual land in his entire deck. So when he casts Lotus Field, Lotus Field's the only card that Abundant Harvest will find. So this basically is a tutor for the Lotus Field. So he cast the first one on land so that he found Lotus Field, and then he cast the second one on non-land so he could find a spell. That's actually really, really clever. I love it. Alright, I might have to keep this Vial on one in order to play this other Tide Shaper, but I definitely have to play this Chalice. Or I could just hold up, like, I could keep Tide Shaper for, like, Force in the future. Oh my god. Well, that's fucking devastating. Alright, well. Alright, now we're fucked, because he had Force of fucking Vigor. Eek. He has Lotus Field in his hand. We are doomed. Alright, well, I guess that we're gonna die. Whoopsie. This thing has hexproof, which, yeah, unfortunately, like, Tide Shaper can't do anything about it. The best I can do is just animate this Mutavault and just attack, but... Hi, Lone Wolf. I think Bryant Cook is about to beat us because, like, he just had the goods this time. Like, he can pretty much combo off right now if he's got what he needs. Shadow Spear actually could do something. Yeah, take away Hexproof and then we, like, Tide Shaper it. Like, our threats here are pretty pathetic. Oh! Okay! So you're telling me there's a chance. Alright, let's cast this before, we cast the Chalice. Alright, come on. Alright, well, maybe if his hand is all like twiddles, then this Chalice will keep us alive. Nothing! Oh, okay. No, Chalice on one is amazing because, like, half of his deck is 1-drops. And he needs all the 1-drops to untap, like, he has to use, like, twiddles to untap Lotus Field to keep making mana. Basically, all of his twiddles are dark rituals with this Lotus Field. That's the trick here. And I think that I only want to attack with the Tide Shapers right now. I don't want to attack with the Mutavault. I need to hold up this Counterspell to protect Chalice. But if I draw another land, I'll just attack with Mutavault. I'm not going to play like Harbinger of the Tides. He does not have an answer to Chalice. Alright. I think we're in kind of the same boat. Yeah. As long as Chalice is alive, I think we are alive. Because he needs to find another Force of Vigor, or he needs to find an Echoing Truth. Okay, Peer Through Depths, sure. So we found Psychic Puppetry. Yeah, Veil of Summer is also offline. So Psychic Puppetry does let him make a bajillion mana here. This is a ritual, but it's a 2-mana one, so it adds 1 mana. No, he doesn't want to take the damage. That's understandable. Alright, I can't kill him here. I think if he goes to 7 here, then next turn, if I draw a land, I can play Master and attack with these, and that should be 2/2 and then 3. So drawing a land next turn does win the game if it's untapped. In the meantime, I just have to just not die, basically. Yeah, it's true. If we drew the land, it would be over. Again, I'm still stuck in the same position where I can't really do anything other than just attack with Tideshaper. It seems like he doesn't really have a whole lot going on either, so... His hand is probably all full of, like, twiddles. What's going on here? 5 mana, what are you doing with it? Are you going to hardcast Force of Vigor? I think this means he has Mystical Dispute up. I have to try, right? So if he has Mystical Dispute, so be it. Like, no. Okay. So we're still in it. Or he could maybe he drew Echoing Truth and now he can just try to combo off that way. No, he's going for it. He's like, time is running short. Trying to find that Echoing Truth so he can just bounce the Chalice and unlock him from... Oh, well, unlock his hand. Oh, fuck. Like, really digging for it. Alright. He's drawn 7 cards this turn. Oh, that's not good. That doesn't look fun. If he's tapping that much mana, that's got to be bad. Oh, he's splicing Psychic Puppetry, I see. Yeah, so if he finds it, he can actually, like, go off here. This is a real barn burner. Alright. He's gone through so much of his deck, though. It's hard to imagine he's not going to find this Echoing Truth. And I don't have Force up, unfortunately. So if he casts it, we're just toast. He doesn't know that I don't have Force, but like I think that he's at the point where he will jam it anyway, because if I do play like land plus Lord, he's dead. Like right now, what happens is he's going to 1 in the best case scenario, and I feel like this is his do or die turn. So he has to discard like at least 6 cards right this turn. So he's got to like really kind of figure it out. I think it's a 1 of. I believe we saw 1 cop, maybe 2. It definitely wasn't more than 2. But he's going all in this. It's true. Like maybe I should have kept the Glasspool, but at that point I didn't know if I was going to have enough threats to actually win the game with. Like that's kind of always the gamble. It's like you don't know whether you're going to flood or if you're going to like draw more creatures. So maybe it was just safer to keep Glasspool. I did have a Tideshaper, but it's only a 1/1. He doesn't play any islands, and the chances that it's actually going to turn something into an island are pretty low, considering like I want to play Chalice first. Like the earlier you play Chalice, the better it is, because it stops him from cantripping. Okay, well he's now cast like what 4 of these things or 3 of these this turn. And going 2 Peer Through the Depths, so like there's only like 20 cards left in the deck that he hasn't seen. It's true. I could have dropped Tide Shaper and kept Harbinger. That could have been reasonable. Well, this is the thing. Like, he's got to calculate this because, like, right now what he's doing is he's trying to figure out if he can actually beat a Force of Negation. That's the real trick. I think he's looking to see is there any way he can try to beat Force, because if he can beat it, he's gonna play to that line. Otherwise, he'll just play the Echoing Truth and pray. So, but either way, if he has Echoing Truth, I'm just gonna lose. It's so yeah, like there is definitely a reasonable argument to side out Tide Shaper. There wasn't like a whole lot else. Like I only sided out like 4 drops for the most part, so it's not like Tide Shaper was really doing a whole lot. Oh, he paid life, so he knows that he's got to do something right now. Because then now Mutavault by itself is just going to kill him. Returning Force of Vigor. Oh, fuck. Yeah, no, he's all in. Yeah, Force of Vigor resolves. Now he can just like, yeah, he has like a million spells, like he can just go off. I didn't have the Force, so like he just went for, yeah, he went for the line, so like he's just got this now. He can make a million mana and just kill us with Storm. So yeah, definitely like if we had kept the Glasspool, like we probably would be better off here. Okay, well he found Mystical. That's not gonna help him at all, but I guess he's just at a point where he has to cast spells. I mean, it's not like Chalice and 2 would be bad, because he does play a lot of stuff like, you know, he has Psychic Puppetry, he has Ideas Unbound, and Peer Through Depths, and like, especially turning off Peer Through Depths is not terrible, but, you know, Force of Vigor is the problem, so. Now he's just trying to figure out how to, like, get to 20 Storm so Grape Shot gets there. Veil of Summer, yeah, that's fine. I already F6, so, like, he can do whatever he needs to. Yeah, you're right. It does turn off. I think he's going for Past in Flames right now, which means he's got this. Unless by some miracle, like he's only on like a non-lethal Grape Shot, like that could be awesome. But I think that he's got 3 cards here still. As long as he has Past in Flames, he should be fine. Like it's possible Past in Flames is still in the bottom of his deck though, and if it is, like it's not bad. All right, non-lethal Grape Shot. Okay. You know, he's gonna. Yeah, he's killing the Tide Shapers. Fuck. I don't have Island Walk to kill him. Okay. Oh god, he fizzled. Alright, well, I have to attack with Mutavault, right? Because he blocks and then he has 1 card to draw and then he's gonna die, so. So he gets 1 turn to do something. Alright, what do you got? We fucking survived that combo turn somehow. Alright, what's your 1 card? Is it a land? If it doesn't draw a card, like, we might have a chance. Turn Timber Symbiote. Oh, he's going for another one of these things. No, he didn't find. Oh god, what a fucking epic match! All right. Uh. Oh shit. Sorry, hold on. There was a fucking bug flying around here. I fucking hate those things so much. All right, that was awesome. All right, give me. I'm gonna need a second to try to figure out where this fucking thing is, because I need to not have that flying at me while I'm trying to play Magic the Gathering. Where the hell did it go? No, come back. Wait, you can't just do that. That's not fair. You can't just do that in the middle of my game and then fly away like there's nothing happening here. That's not cool. I have no idea where it just went to. Huh? Fuck. Well, I guess I'm having to wait to see where. Yeah, it's not. Oh, it is a pest. But it's not a mite. It's something a lot bigger and more annoying. Wait, did I find it? I think I might have found it. Is this my card? Hold on a second. I think I found it. Give me a second. I hope that's it. All right. You know what? It's not going to be a problem. I need is paper. No, I don't want. I don't want to like do that because these things make a fucking awful smell if you squish them. So it's not ideal to do that. See, the problem is though, I don't know if that was the one. I think this one is dead, which means there's another one around here somewhere, and I have no idea where the fuck it is. Yeah, a copy of Subtlety. All right, give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. 1 minute. find. Fuck. Alright. Yeah, I think that one was dead, so that means there's theoretically still one around here somewhere, and I'm not sure where it is. And I don't really want to be surprised by this in the middle of a game. But I have no idea where it went to. So, nope, never mind. I found it. I see it. We're gonna get it this time. It's moving. That is not a good spot for this thing to be. Fuck. It's on the power cord. Oh, God. Alright. Get off of my power cord. Yatta. Alright, we're safe. Okay, sorry about that. You know what? It's one of the downsides of living in Pennsylvania is you have these fucking stink bugs. And they're starting to wake up because this is the time of year where they come out of hibernation or whatever. They're gone all winter, but now they're like coming back. Here. Yeah, you can see it. I don't know. Yeah, he's in there. You know what? He's not going anywhere. So, yeah, no, they make this ridiculously, like, off-putting smell when you, like, kill them. And the smell attracts more of them, so, yeah, it's they're not great. So you don't really want to squish them. Usually, like, I try to capture them and then throw them outside or flush them in the toilet. One of the two. So, we can get back on with this. Sorry about that. But I need that not to be a fucking distraction. Yeah. While we're doing this. So we're 2-0. That's good. That was a ridiculous game 3 against Brian Cook. That was probably one of the most awesome game 3s I've played in a long time. Okay. It's a really cool deck. I like that a lot. Alright, we are on the play. Back to Yorion Magic. Let's see if we can, like, continue this winning streak. Do I keep this? Like, this actually does seem like this could be a reasonable hand. Like, if I play, like, Vial and then Chalice on one, the opponent hasn't shown us Companion, so the odds are they're on an unfair deck, and, like, that means maybe there's a chance that these Chalices are good. I think I keep this. I'll probably play Urza Saga on turn 2. Because I'll keep, like, Master and just Vial it in. So what is this? Probably Living End is my guess. Oh, no, okay. This is actually much worse. Chalice on 1 does very little against this deck. I don't think it does nothing, but it does it does close to nothing. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna just double check because this actually does matter. I don't know if Chalice is gonna help us here. We need, like, Force of Negation. If we could get Chalice on 2, that would be pretty awesome. I just want to take a look at one of these lists. Okay, where's a recent one? This one looks recent. Nope, I don't want that one. I want the actual Belcher one. Here we go. They have Pact of Negation, so 0 is not irrelevant. But 1's pretty bad. I think 2 is the important number. It's the only thing it counters is a Strike It Rich. And they're not going to be casting that next turn. I think they're very unlikely to flash it back. Chalice on 0, if we draw the Force, would actually be helpful. However, Chalice on 2, if we live long enough to put Chalice on 2, that actually does hurt them a fair bit, because it turns off a bunch of their rituals that they actually need to win. And that might just be good enough. So now I'm trying to think about, like, how do we sequence the lens? If that's the case, then if I play Urza Saga now, then next turn it'll be on 2. I play this one, and the next turn it'll be on 3, and I could still play it, so right? So here it'll be 1, so then this will be 2. And then I can tap, add a mana, and then play this Saga. I should have this to cast this, so... And then I can still make a construct next turn. But it might actually be better to play it on 0 just because of Force. They're not going to combo off this turn, so I don't need to play it right now. So that's what we're aiming for. And that means we have to live that long, and there's very poor chances that we're going to. Yeah, that gets a counter. I think that I guess we could play it on 0 right now. This might make them think that I have Force. But also, if I play this Chalice on 0, then maybe this one, will be easier to resolve on 2. I might have been supposed to play an island there. Because I'm definitely not using this one next turn. Discarded Persist and Spell Pierce. What the fuck is going on here? Okay, you know what? Maybe this is different. Is this like some kind of hybrid reanimate? Like, oh no, this couldn't be Belcher because they played a fucking fetch land. What am I talking about? I just looked at Strike It Rich and I was thinking, no, this is like some kind of weird reanimator. Okay, I see. They're probably playing. Okay, you know what? 1 actually does matter. 2 is probably not relevant. Soul Guide Lantern. Well, yeah, no, we are definitely getting Soul Guide Lantern. Okay, you know what? I just blanked on that. Like the fact that they weren't playing regular fucking. They weren't playing coming to play tapped lands. Sure. Think I'm supposed to tick this up to 5 for Yorion because I don't really have anything else going on. Oof. Alright, so how do I do this here? Do I make a token? I think I'm... I might have to put Yorion in hand right now. No, but like, okay, so the part of the problem is that if they play like another Dwarven Mine, this might be like an Indomitable Creativity deck, and it has a plan B of reanimation. No, like I think that they might be planning to go creativity into like Archon or something, so it might be actually worth putting Yorion in hand to keep Force of Negation online. If I play Chalice in 2, I am going to have the shields down to like die to an Archon from creativity. I won't have any play for that. They didn't discard anything here, so ugh. Yeah, okay, but if I make a construct, I can't cast the force, so I'm not really doing like I can't do both of these things. Like I only have 4 mana this turn. So yeah, I guess I might not be doing anything with this Urza Saga. That's the problem. But you know what? I think that you're probably right. Just don't do anything with this Saga. Sure. I will add a mana because why not? I guess I'm gonna get Soul Guide Lantern here, and let's exile probably like Strike It Rich, because they can actually cast that from the graveyard. Yeah, play Island. Alright, let's see if we can like get this back in order. And what are you doing here? Okay, they are gonna do something. Yeah, called it. I think that I'm just supposed to make a construct right now because I don't really have a better plan. Like, yeah, I don't really get an option here. Like, I have nothing else to do with my mana. And I suppose can get an Aether Spellbomb that's sort of relevant. Yeah, like Archon would suck. We'd lose our master, but at least we get to keep the construct token, so that's a plus. This also does really threaten to hurt them fast. Never mind, they just Prismari command to destroy both of my creatures. I think I have to let that happen. It sucks, but I guess I'm just on Yorion to just try to get there now. Okay. Well, they have a 1/1. Oh, but they can't really, like, they have to, like, target both the treasure token and the dwarf token. No, they can, because what they do is they cast creativity and they double target here. Because they do it for each permanent. So I can bounce the Dwarf token, they can get one thing, and yeah, like it won't counter it just to get rid of this. But they need to have a second Indomitable Creativity, though. Draw 2, discard 2, make a treasure token. Okay. Sure, why not? Sounds fun. It's well, they can get two things. Like I think the way that they normally play right now is they'll have Emrakul and they'll have Archon. That's generally what I've seen. Maybe they just don't have another copy of it though. Oh, you know what? I fucked up. I should have did this before their end step. I did the thing that you did. I keep forgetting this because I'm not going to get to use Aether Vial this turn. Does Death Touch kill indestructible? No, it does not. That's not irrelevant. I can turn off this Blood Crypt. That actually seems like that matters. Well, the other thing I'm thinking about is potentially flashing in this Borrower. I could try to Spreading Seas the Blood Crypt, but then it means I can't kill them next turn. But it might just be worth it. Yeah, I think that keeping Borrower in hand is the way to go here. Because I can always flash it in at the end of turn. I think hoping that they miss a draw is the best way to try to win this game right now. Okay. Um... That's unfortunate, but I guess I can at least draw a card. I don't think they found it, though. I guess we just go for it and see what happens. Concede. Oh, fuck. Alright. Got bailed out of, like, this Chalice nonsense. Okay. Counterspell for the... Yeah, we want this for sure. Right here. Soul Guide Lantern does definitely seem like I think these cards all have to stay. Maybe Relic is important. I don't think Subtlety is actually important, and I'm not sure about Master. Like, it is pro red, which is kind of cool. So I kind of want to keep Master, but I don't know that I want to keep Subtlety. And I'm unsure about Chalice too. Spreading Seas is not irrelevant either because it does turn their lands into not mountains, which means Dwarven thing is not gonna. Yeah, their fetches are not gonna do anything. I don't think their Chalice is like unplayable, but it's not great either. So like definitely that's a card that could go out. Miscast also seems like something we might want. Right? So, like, I don't know, maybe these and, like, Spreading Seas is not the worst either. I'm just not sure about Subtlety. So, like, maybe this card goes. Yeah, because their thing is they're not really casting any creature spells. Like, the only one that they're really casting is Teferi. Well, that's also a fair point. They are casting Teferi, so maybe we do want this. So I think that probably either, I don't know, if I had to pick, it's either we're either cutting like Spreading Seas, Subtlety, or Master Waves. Does that make that seems like that makes sense? It is a flat like that is true that if Subtlety's at flash speed, so maybe Master Waves goes. Dump Harbinger. You think Master is better than Harbinger? I could see that. Either one of them seems like, yeah. I generally like cutting the top of the curve. Like, I am more inclined to, well, yeah, I guess I'm more inclined to keep, like, the little stuff. Maybe I'll bring in, like, a Spreading Seas. Kira also doesn't seem like the worst thing, but that is also true. Master does play around both of those cards, so, you know what? I like that argument. I'm going to take Harbinger of the Tides out. Fuck it. Alright. We're doing this. That was enough for me. Okay, show Yorion. I think that this should be pretty good for us, though. This hand looks fine. We've got interaction. We've got stuff to play. I think I'd keep this. The only thing that sucks is the Blast Zone doesn't kill off any of the tokens. Mystical Dispute. Okay. So they might follow this up with Prismari Command, which would be bad. But it does mean that Otawara is actually pretty sick, too. But I might need to play this, though, so I can play Master and then still have Miscast up next turn. Or hold up this Aether Spellbomb. You know what? That's a good enough reason for me to play Blast Zone here. That's great. You do nothing. I can live with nothing. Even better. So I think I just play Master and attack. Mystical Dispute. I think I think I have to let that happen. So I kind of want to bounce this thing, but at the same time, like, if they play another land, they can go off using this clue token, so I'm not sure that I want to do that. I think I'd rather wait for a turn. Let's see if they block here. I think they will. Alright. Sure. Creativity is a sorcery, though, so maybe I bounce this thing at the end of their turn. It looks like they're going to go for Dwarven Mine. Yep. X equals 1. I would prefer that not be the case. Well, that's good. That means Otawara is still alive. So now we actually have double bounce up right now. Okay, well, I don't think this changes anything. I think if they don't do anything, I'll flash in Subtlety at the end of turn. But now I have the option to, like, use this to bounce something and the Aether Spellbomb. Yeah, this is fair. And it might be worth just bouncing the Dwarf token. Alright, they used 2 dispute. They discarded 2 persists. Interesting. Okay. I don't think there's any reason not to use my mana right now. Get the feeling that I'm supposed to use Spreading Seas here. I guess that's true. Like, I could hold up this Otawara here, but if they have another creativity, then I'm in trouble because they can double target. They have the mana to double target, and I think they will. But they might only single target just because they're trying to hold up the mana, so... You know what? Okay, we'll not do anything here. They might want to try to go off with counter magic. Alright, we'll hold this thing up. And if they don't do any... I also might just take Blast Zone up to 3 in case they go for Teferi. No, I don't think they have Teferi in this deck, though. Like, they haven't shown us white mana yet, so maybe they don't have any actual, like, planeswalkers that this will be relevant for. But I'm not sure they have anything that's at 1 or 2 or even 3 mana either, so, like, this is probably useless. Fuck. I can't deal with both of these things. Yeah, that's true. Oh, they got double Archons too? Fuck, alright. I think that we're just dead. Yeah, alright, we lose. Fuck, I didn't really like these Spreading Seas. No, like, we have to lose... Yeah, it's not legendary, so I think that was bad. Fuck. How much do I like Spreading Seas? It is okay. I don't know if it's great, but alright, I guess we'll just run it back. Just hope that we're better on the play. I could have, but the thing is, like, then they wouldn't have cracked the clue token. Like, they could have gone after that and, like, potentially even, like, triple target it, which would be also just as bad. Yeah, because they'd still have another creature in play, like, if I hadn't bounced it. So it's not like... Yeah, it's not like I lost anything because they would have had still more targets, and I think they would just wait until they could just target all 3 things. There's like a lot of like maybe they would only go for 2 of them, but I guess could have been a little more patient. I guess I have to keep this. This seems fine. It's a little bit slow, but it interacts very well, so I guess I'm keeping it. They mulled to 6. Alright, well. Yeah. Yeah, they don't really have a good answer to Svyelun. That's true. It might not. Maybe Svyelun won't resolve, but they mulliganed here, and I think we have a very interactive hand, so I'm hoping this is fine. Steam Vents, okay, they just make a crab? Sure. Not bad. I still need lands though. If I don't find the 3rd land, like things are gonna get hard. That's not nothing, but it's not great either. They're just probably gonna bolt it. More push, sure. Well, they don't have another land. Okay, well they're stuck on 3, so they can't actually combo until they get to 4 mana. That is not a fucking land. Come on, deck. We're so close. Opponent's missing. We have a chance. But we need to pick up a land. Like, we can't win otherwise. Like, they can Izzet Charm into, like, Persist, and that would just be devastating. They cycled a Clue token. We do have some time, yeah. Surprised they didn't do anything here. Oh, fuck me. Alright, I guess we are discarding, like, Master of Waves. They're just losing to Mana Screw. At this point, like, Svyelun's getting... Like, I don't know if we can actually play Svyelun. I think we just need to play, like... I don't know, it's... I don't know if we can afford to, like, tap out now. Come on! Fuck you, Master Waves. You're the worst. Nobody likes you. Ugh. I can't believe this. Like, this hand was, like, so good to start, except, like, not drawing a land. They have all the mana in the universe to play, like, their combo plus backup, and there's nothing we can really do about it. At this point, I can't really tap out for the rest of the game. Like, I think I just need to flash in these cards. Yeah, no, it does happen to more people than just you. It's kind of rough sometimes. Fuck. They have, like, all the time in the world. One land and we probably win this game. Like, especially they haven't done anything till now. Like, I think we would have easily won if we played Svyelun in turn 3. They discarded Flusterstorm. That means their hand is fucking like full of counter magic. Discarding Flusterstorm means they are gonna win this game whenever the hell they feel like. They'll probably just keep attacking with the tokens until we actually present a threat. But I assume that anything that we play is getting Mystical Disputed. I almost like, do I even play this? I don't know if I play this. Like, I don't think I'm supposed to. So if I tap out, then I'm not going to have Counterspell and Force up, and I think that we need both of them to live. So I think I'm discarding a Svyelun here. I don't want to discard a 2-drop because that tells them that I actually have something I can play and chose not to. If I discard a 3-drop, at least they don't they think maybe I just can't cast anything. No, I am not going to play a Petty Theft because I absolutely need this to bounce something. Yeah, we're not doing that, opponent. Well, it's a land, but it's not terribly great. I don't think casting Petty Theft is going to do anything. I don't think it's worth playing Master here. Look, in theory, we could maybe start to do something soon. They can have all the tokens in the world. It doesn't really matter. Okay, sure. They have like they've, you know, gone through a million cards. Like we're also now concerned about stuff like Persist. Yeah, well, they did card cast an Archon. That's why we had to use Counterspell. Okay, well, it's not over yet, but it feels like it's not far from us dying. Maybe there's a way that like this all turns around. Because if they actually just don't find any business, like if it's all just like hard evidence type stuff, then we might have a chance. Especially if they keep lowering their life total like this. We still have subtlety. If they hard cast another Archon, we can still bias ourselves a turn that way. Well, we are definitely doing that. Fuck. All right, Svyelun, I need you to draw me a counterspell. Do you think you could do that for me, Svyelun? Just draw a counterspell? Okay, no, that's perfect. That is exactly what we wanted to see here. Because we can hard cast the Subtlety and we can deal with it again that way. Because they didn't have a counterspell last turn, so it means they won't have one this turn because we know it's on top of their deck. They did put it on top, so this is actually really, really good. Because this means, like, we're very close to actually winning this game. I think if we draw another Lord, we just win. Because then we can... Yeah, if we draw a Lord, we can actually attack and they can't block. So they put it on top again, so... Okay. So how do I do this here? I guess I have to put them to 1. They can make me sacrifice a creature, so I'll probably sacrifice, like... Sacrifice Master of the Pearl Trident, I guess, and then just... Or, you know what? No, they don't... I don't know if they're going to have removal here, so maybe this will be fine. I think that we actually can get there, because they're not drawing... Yeah, sack the Subtlety. I think that works. We just keep, like, the Vial in hand. Like, this should be fine. Oh, that's fucking fantastic. So we discard the Vial, right? We have Mutavault here. That's fine. So now I have, like, Petty Theft and Miscast. Oh, fuck. Are we gonna win this game? Like, this game that felt unwinnable for the first, like, 7 turns? I mean, I guess that Archon's gonna resolve this time, but it's not gonna actually win the game. Sure. So I think I Petty Theft this right now. And that is why we did this first. I don't think that they can win from here. Like, what am I gonna do? Pitch it to Force? If they spell pierce my... Yeah, like, they were just gonna die anyway. Oh, the salt. Thanks for the slow play. Oh, fuck. Alright. No, but the thing is, like, if they had an answer, I wanted to do it before they drew the card off of Archon. So, like, say they didn't have, like, a spell pierce or something in hand. Like, I want to do it before they can find an answer. Like, maybe they would draw, like, Flusterstorm or something. So, if I do it before they draw a card, then it's more likely to resolve. That's why. I don't think there's any reason to wait until after they draw a card to bounce it. Just gives them more of a chance to actually answer the Petty Theft. Because we need that to resolve. I don't think we want that to... Oh, you know what? No, okay, no, I see what you're saying. We could just attack through it with Island Walks, and then we just have Force up to force, like, a bolt or something. No, you know what? Maybe you're right. Like, we just... I guess that's fair. Yeah, because then maybe if they, like, drew, like... if they had, like, a land in hand and then played, like, a bolt. But... Yeah, they do have more time. And... No, well... I'm... Yeah, whatever. That's fine. Like... A loser! Okay. Alright. Love you, opponent. Fine, whatever, it's okay. Yeah, you know what? No, okay, I understand what you're saying. If we just didn't petty theft it at all, there's a higher chance that we could actually just win anyway. I get you. So yeah, if they drew a bolt, then we have 2 answers for it instead of just 1. But whatever, it worked out. That game felt like that was unwinnable until like magically Svyelun like and subtleties just like brought us back. Well, they couldn't play. They couldn't play. I guess they. Yeah, I guess that's they could have played a fetch and fatal push. That's yeah. You're right. I didn't think about that, so I gave them a chance when I didn't really need to. No, but like, could they though? No, they'd be at 1 life then. Yeah. All right, that could work. So we basically give them another turn. Like, yeah, I understand what you're saying. So like, yeah, that was that. You know what? That was a mistake. So we shouldn't have cast the petty theft. All right, it's fine. We've learned this. 3-0. Yorion. All right. We are on the draw. I think that I'm supposed to keep this hand because I actually have 3 things to do with 1 mana. Opponent has not shown us a companion here, so Castle Garen Break. So we're up against Amulet Titan. Alright, well, we'll see if we can beat Amulet. This is usually tough. Oh, come on, please. Just 1 time. Let me draw the fucking land so I can Spreading Seas this asshole. Please. For great justice. Yes! Alright. I guess, alright, the question is, I think we play the Tide Shaper and we'll save the Spreading Seas. So let's get pressure out on the board, right? Get the fuck out of here. Okay. Giant. Alright. Here comes Azusa. Oh, that's not good. Well, they might not have another bounce land in hand. Well, that's sort of fine. So here I think that I want to incentivize them to try to I don't, you know what, there's probably 0 chance that this Azusa is going to block, right? I don't think that they will. I could, if I play Master, they definitely, like, I think I'm supposed to play Spreading Seas, though. Because, like, Titan does look like it's on the way. And I don't have a good plan for it right now. I think I want to play this map, but the question is, what am I doing with these? I'm not sure out of these 3 cards which 2 I'm supposed to be playing. Actually, and there was a chance maybe I wasn't supposed to play this just yet. Because if I drew Mutavault, then I might have wanted to play that first. Should think about these things first. If I attack with the Tide Shaper and then they block, I will Violin Master and kill it, but I think there's no chance that they'll block. They'll probably just take 1 because it will look too obvious. But if I do that, I then can't cast Silvergill, but then I could just play Spreading Sea, so I think that's worth trying. Let's see what they do. I think there's a 0% chance they're going to block. But maybe we can get lucky. Sure. Yeah, I guess the question is, what land do we Spreading Seas here? Because pretty much no matter what land we hit, they're gonna have 6 mana next turn. Like, if I hit this, then this taps for 1, they play another land, and that's 2, and then this is 3, 4, 5, 6. They have Cavern of Souls in hand, so we know that they're gonna have a land. So if I, like, again, if I hit this one, yeah, because their last land is Cavern of Souls, it will be untapped. That's what they bounce back with the Simic Growth Chamber. So, like, if I hit one of these, it's still 1, 2, 3, and then 4 from Cavern. Oh, but you know what? If I hit one of these, then Cavern of Souls does not actually tap for this. Okay, so I think I have to I have to pay for one of I have to hit one of these and hope they don't have another green source. So if they don't have another green mana, then yeah, then they can't activate the Garenbrig, and they all right. So then we're definitely hitting this thing. All right, and does it? I think that we leave Cavern here in case we draw another Tide Shaper. Not bad. And then I just play Expedition Map. Yeah, if they manage to go for it, like I can just violin Silvergill and see if I can find it. Or you know what? No, that's right. I should do this now because if I find Chalice, then I do want to play it on 0. Good call. All right, we've done everything we can, so now we just need the opponent to miss for a turn. Well, that's not pleasant. So, all right, so we didn't die this turn, but we're definitely in the danger zone next turn. Ooh, that's also bad. Yeah, but the problem now is not going to be Harbinger. The problem now is going to be Valakut because they have Dryad of the Elysian Grove. I think that this needs to stay on 2. This Chalice, like, I could play this Chalice on 0, but, like, I guess now the question is, do they have Summoner's Pact or do they have Titan? So if they have Titan in hand, I think we're just dead. So I guess we just play Chalice on 0 and hope that they have Summoner's Pact and that we're not dead. We have Island Walk here, which is nice. So, I think I just play like Master of Waves and Master of the Pearl Trident attack and then just pray. Because yeah, if they have Titan, then you know this is just gonna blow up all of our shit anyway. I think yeah, like, and I don't see any realistic way that we're actually beating a Titan. All right. So if they are on Pact, then we probably are good. If they have Titan, then we just die. All right. That's it. So they had everything. They had fucking Azusa, Dryad, and Titan just like naturally. So that's the game. We're fucked. Yeah. Tried. We really, really tried. All right. Probably Counterspell is better than. I think Master Waves is really bad in this match. I don't think Spreading Seas is very good. Soul Guide Lantern is useless. Um, Kira is not useless. It's at least lower on the curve. I don't think there's much else. You know what? That's true. Spreading Seas does hit the Saga, so maybe I keep that in. Because, like, honestly, the rest of these cards are not terribly good. Alright, look, let's say we take in these. We'll cut one Harbinger of the Tides. Alright, Nikichu, what do you think? Is there anything else here that we want to change? Because I don't think there's much else. Like, the rest of these cards don't look like they do very much. I don't think Kira is terrible. I could see maybe. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna try it like this. Spellbomb is not terrible because it can bounce the Dryad, so this hand seems like this is fine. We can play Vial, we can even play Chalice on 0. I might wait to play Chalice on 1 if they don't play an Amulet in turn 1. That could be worth a fair bit. Oh, they play Urza Saga here. Okay, well, there's the Amulet. That's bad. So I think I have to put this on 0. I guess Force is not the worst. Merfolk. And what do I do with this? Guess I play Harbinger. Not terribly good, but there's not much else for me to do right now. They might just go crazy with this. Dryad of the Elysian Grove, huh? I think I'm supposed to Subtlety this thing. Because I don't think I can... I think I'm supposed to Subtlety and pitch Force of Negation. Because if I let them do this right now, things are just going to fucking spiral out of control. Like, this is not acceptable. So here's the thing, though. They don't have... Well, they're not going to have this Urza Saga in play next turn because they have to sacrifice it. So they're going to be down a land from that. Yeah, alright, so look, no, but the deal is, like, they're not going to have time to play a land, right? Because Urza Saga is going to have to bounce here. Or it's going to get sacrificed, so they can add a mana, and then I guess I could just bounce this fucking Amulet of Vigor, and they can't actually play anything this turn. No, but they could just replay the Amulet. Alright, how do I do this? You're right, they are going to get a second Amulet. That's fucking terrible. Uh, okay, well, when am I supposed to Petty Theft and when am I supposed to bounce it, I guess? I don't think it really matters. I think I'm supposed to bounce this right now. Oh, fuck, they're gonna have so... You know what, maybe I bounce the Dryad? If I bounce the Dryad, does that keep them from getting enough mana? Because they have... Alright, so they have one here. They're gonna have 2 amulets in play. They can play this thing twice. Unless, no, if I bounce the Dryad in response to the first one, will they have enough mana? I think to play Dryad 2 times this turn. They'll make 4 off the first one, bounce itself. If in response to, well, no, they can then play Dryad. Play Dryad. They have 1 mana floating, and they have 2 mana floating, and then they can still make 6. Like, if they have a Titan, I think I'm just in trouble. Alright, well, I have to just let this happen. Yeah, they're going to have a bajillion mana. Well, they played a Garen Brig, so... yeah, I guess. Well, they're not doing it this turn. So I think next turn is the turn I'm just kind of fucked. I don't know if there's a lot I can do about this. They're definitely going to get a Titan in play, and the question is just like, what are they going to do with it? I guess I just have to, like, disrupt this thing, because this costs 3 at least. That's... yeah, I guess, like, Valakut could have been a thing. But I don't know that that really matters a whole lot, because I think that... well, if they have Pact, then I definitely need to play this Harbinger. If they just have Titan, I think I'm dying anyway, so... I have to give myself the best chance to race this thing. Yeah, I don't really have a choice. Oh, fuck. They have 3 amulets. Oh, my God. Alright. Yeah, like, if they have Titan, it just... I'm dead no matter what I do. It looks like they have it. Oh, they're digging for it. Okay, they didn't have it. They didn't find it! Oh, God! So you're telling me there's a chance. They didn't find the Titan. Alright. Guess I need this on 4. Okay. This is a thing that does something, I guess. Well, yeah, we do have Island Walk from this Dryad still, so... they're going to go to 6, so they have one more turn to, like, actually find it or they die. I don't think it matters which one I hit, because they're just going to bounce it anyway. So, I guess I will just hit this one. If we get to draw a card, we might find Subtlety. Alright. This is the plan. The plan is just pray. If they don't find it, we win. They might just turn Timber again. I think that's what's... if they have another one, that might just be the plan, so... see what they found. Or they could have just drawn Titan, so... no, wait, they're transmuting for a Pact? Like, that's not gonna work. They're Besage you. Okay, I don't understand. Oh, I see. I guess. Does this mean you have... alright. Damn fucking Besage you. I guess they had to have just drawn Teleria West, so I think this means we're dead. They have to have enough mana for this now. Yeah, they have like infinity mana. Damn it! I guess if we had drawn Subtlety here, like, we actually could have just won, but no, I don't think it's going to happen now. Now they just get 2 lands in this... wait, do they have enough? No, they don't have enough lands. I think they used all their, like... Oh, no, they have enough mana to bounce the fucking Teleria West and transmute it and play another Titan. That's what's going to happen. So we will see them get to enough. Yeah, I think they are going to mega kill us, but let's make them do it. Yeah, because they can give Titan haste now. Three amulets was probably like one more than we could reasonably beat. Two, like with their hand, like maybe two might not have been enough to do all this. Like they could have got one out, but I don't know if they would have had enough to get two. Alright, I think we can safely concede to that. Yeah, that sucks. Really gave it a good try, but that hand was pretty great. And we were just a little bit short. I mean, we had lethal in play, so like, and we had the chance to top deck like Subtlety, which I think would have done it. If we Vial in Subtlety there on the Titan, then I think we actually win. But look, Amulet Titan is playing Beseiju, so Chalice did it saved us for a little while, but Beseiju is just a little bit too much. And they actually have a legendary creature in their deck to make it only cost one as well, because they have Azusa. But if the game, well, Dryad did resolve, so I don't know. I think like we bought ourselves one turn, but like either way, that one turn wasn't enough. We needed to buy ourselves 2 turns, and I don't think that we could have done that. Or if I didn't petty theft it, they were definitely just gonna get it out like a full turn sooner. They would have got it out the next turn instead of the turn after. I don't know how to feel about this. Like, okay, what are we up against here? We're up against Gigantha, so this might actually just be Tron. Actually, if this is Tron, then maybe this is fine, because we do have, like, Mutavault, Subtlety, and Force. I'm going to keep it. Alright. Inspiring Vantage. Oh god, this is not... Oh, fuck me. Okay, this is like that stupid crack the earth thing, isn't it? Yeah. I just have to force the crack the earth, I guess. That's not irrelevant. We played Vial here, so that's, Burn is not playing Gigantha, alright? I promise you that there's no way that that's happening. They have Chalice here. I don't think they're gonna play it though. Chalice is really good against them, but we're not gonna get it out, unfortunately. So, Goblin Engineer. Oh god. I don't know that I can beat this card, depending upon what they get with this thing. Can they just find Ensnaring Bridge and just use this? Am I supposed to Subtlety this? I think I am. This seems bad for us. I don't think I can defeat that. There's too many bad things that can find. We need Urza Saga out in order to deal with it. I guess we just bounce Ragavan. Yeah, okay. Well, that's not ideal. If they dash it, I think I have to... No, if they dash it, they don't have enough mana to equip it. Alright, so they might just play it. Yeah, play and equip. Okay, that makes sense. That's not bad. The only thing that sucks is like if I kill Urza Saga right now, I'm giving them another thing with this Ragavan. But I think that's just what has to happen at the moment. So I guess what I do is I attack with. Oh, you know what? Yeah, like I guess I have to attack with Harbinger of the Tides. Oh, they have lifelink. Like it's. All right, now I have to hold Harbinger back to block. Or I could just double block it and they don't get anything. But I definitely don't want them getting construct tokens here. That is awful. Alright, well, this double block plan is not an option anymore. Well, I only have one block, so I may as well make it. Well, that can't be good. Oh, good, Stoneforge Mystic. Sure. So we know what their last card in hand is. So they have Cauldron Complete and Goblin Engineer. Okay. So I can't really attack with the Mutavault right now because they'll just Pyrite Spellbomb and kill it. And I kind of need to hold up this Brazen Borrower to, like, deal with this Cauldron Complete. I guess if they don't do anything, I can just play Subtlety. As much as I would love to put Yorion in hand right now, I don't think that's a viable plan. Okay, so you think I should just take a hit off of... You want... Like, I can't play Yorion next turn. I was thinking that this turn, if, like, I would hold up the Borrower for the Cauldron Complete and just bounce the token on it. And then, or if they choose to play the Goblin Engineer, I'll just Subtlety it. I would do one of those two things. If I get Yorion, Cauldron's going to hit me, I guess, for a turn. That's also fair, I guess. Okay, fine. Let's put... Well, I will take the advice of... Oh, I'm in the combat step. I'm not attacking him. I'm definitely not attacking with Mutavault because I don't want the Spellbomb killing it, so... Oh, but no, okay, so... Yeah, alright, that's fine. I'm not worried about this. Let's put Yorion in hand, I guess, so... Okay, let's see what happens here. Pithing Needle. I'm assuming they're going to name Aether Vial. Yes, they do. That sucks. Because that makes our hand that much more clunky. Or 5. They're like 2 mana away from using this. Oh, wait. What happened to the Engineer? Did they put it on the bottom of the deck? They did put it on the bottom. Okay, so they're out of cards in hand. So I guess if I just get rid of this Germ token, they have nothing left. All right, maybe we can deal with this. And they just pop the treasure token to, like, pump this thing up, so... Alright, well, we might not be in that much trouble. Especially if we can draw a land here. That's great. Sure. What does your one card in hand do? I think that Spellbomb is going to kill that thing. Okay, it's not terrible. This is not a bad spot to play Yorion. The Stoneforge can't attack through it, especially not with the Spellbomb. I could just also block this with Subtlety and then let that die. I think I'm willing to do that. I'll trade Subtlety for this Spellbomb plus this Stoneforge. Oh fuck, they found the engineer. That's not good. Sword of the Meek. Okay, so they are going after a Thopter Foundry combo. Okay, so how do I do this? Again, like, I don't actually have to play the Yorion here. I can play 2 Tide Shapers and then this thing can attack. You have 1 card in hand. I mean, I could just turn off their Inspiring Vantage. They do have Spellbomb every turn. That is gross. So you know what? That might actually be a good reason to... If I play the Tide Shaper now, they don't actually have the mana to do that. Well, it doesn't let them use the Spellbomb, so... Alright. They put Gigantha in hand. Okay, I guess this is where a Lord would actually be really good. Can't... Well, I mean, I could cast the Silvergill here. It's not stupid. But I guess Borrower attacks. If I play the Silvergill Adept, that seems like that'd be fine. It does put me closer to a point where, like, top decking a Lord wins, especially if they just cast Gigantha. They go to 17. If I find a Lord that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, so a Lord actually does kill them? No, not quite, because they have the Engineer to attack, so... so they'll be at 19. Fuck, it won't be quite enough. What if I cast Lord, copy Lord? So be... you know what? No, that might work, right? 4, 8, 12, 16, 19. Okay. Portable Hole kind of sucks. Why the fuck would you exile that? That's like the worst possible choice. Exile the Tide Shaper so you can unlock your red mana. What are you doing, man? I mean, I was planning to... I don't know what they're doing, but, like, I guess if we draw a Lord, we still win. Because we... Yeah, they didn't gain 2 life off of this, so... Okay, that's pretty good, too. I think the Petty Theft is fine. So, like, I'm not really scared here. Like, I have the... I can just bounce something with this fucking Petty Theft. I might want to just copy the Brazen Borrower with Glasspool Mimic as well. Yeah, I think that is the plan. I think they're going to make a token with Urza Saga, and then I just use Petty Theft to bounce whatever token has the Shadow Spear. I bounced the token with the Shadow Spear equipped, so then I can keep the game alive for me. I'm pretty sure, though, I attack for 3, and then I just copy the Borrower with the Mimic, and that keeps up Petty Theft, and I think that's fine. Okay, that's what we're going to go with. I could play this one from Exile too, but like they seem to not have removal spells right now because I think they'd be using them if they did. So I kind of want to use the Glasspool Mimic to copy this thing while I still have the opportunity to do that. Because flying does seem like that's going to be the relevant thing in this game. I think. That's my take on it so far. Yeah, because I don't think there's anything else I'm reasonably going to do with this Mimic. So I don't want, I don't want them top decking Bolt and then I don't get to copy anything good. So what are they getting with this Saga here? A Springleaf Drum? Okay, so they do have this online for that now, but I don't know if that's going to matter. Okay. This makes sense. You equip 2. But I don't... Yeah, they can't actually, like, use the Spellbomb yet. They're at 8 right now. So if I find like another Brazen Borrower and I can bounce this token, they would actually die. I think that might be what they were considering here. They can't really afford to tap out with this Construct token at the moment. Come on. Fuck, I don't think Silvergill's not what I need right now. Fuck, alright. Because they have to have, yeah, they have 2 blockers up here. So yeah, they go to 6. This is just not quite enough. What am I supposed to do here? Like, I don't think casting Silvergill is correct. I think I'm supposed to cast Yorion. Try to get there with flying damage. This is rough. Next turn is going to suck because this Construct token is going to attack for a lot. They can put the Shadow Spear on it, and it's going to attack for at least 7. And I have to block it because the Pyrite Spellbomb will then kill me. They're gonna gain 7, so they're gonna be at 15. So I have to be able to win through this. I think that it's time for Yorion to join the fight. Because if I have to attack with these two. Like, there's no line that's going through, and I don't think I can afford to attack with the rest of these dummies yet. So yeah, I have to assume like they're gonna go to 15. How much? And if they don't kill me, then they can potentially go after one of the borrowers. I'm gonna be at like 3 life probably. I need to kind of keep the dream alive with a Lord. Sure. I don't think it actually matters whether they're untapped or not. But I will untap that one. I'm not going to do the Glasspool Mimic. Yeah, I'm not blinking the clone because that won't be a flyer anymore, so. But I mean I guess this is fine to be untapped, so. This is rough. Yeah. So I think what happens here is they're getting Sword of the Meek back. Oh, that's not good. Why Sword? Are they trying to like set up a win somehow? Do they have the Foundry in hand? I don't understand what their plan is here, unless they're just going to equip Sword plus Shadow Spear. Oh god, they have the fucking Foundry. Okay, well that's terrifying. Well, it still costs them mana to use it, so I think a Lord off the top is still an option. I think I just have to chump block with this Tide Shaper. Or actually, no, they can sacrifice an artifact. I may as well just block with the Yorion, I think. Because they can sacrifice the Sword of Meek to block this thing anyway. This is still game 1, yeah. Oh, fuck, you're right. I'm running out of time for this. I didn't even think about how much time we were using on this. Alright. Okay. Alright, basically we need Lord or die. Um, think I think this just means die. Because they gain too much life. Alright, we're dead. Fuck. Alright, you know what? We burned way too much time in that game. Okay. Definitely need the Pithing Needle. I definitely want the Relic. God. What's not good against? I mean, I think I kind of need most of these cards. Soul Guide's fine. Like, you know what? I want the Seas too. I don't know if Subtlety is actually all that good. Like, I guess I could Subtlety like a Stoneforge Mystic or something, but I don't know how much that matters. Kira seems like it could be okay. How good is Chalice? Like, Chalice seems like it's probably fine on one. But I'm leaning towards taking out Subtlety here. What about Force of Negation? What do I want that for? Seems like most of their big threats are actually creatures. Though they might hardcast either Thopter Foundry or the Sword of the Meek, so maybe Force is fine for that. I think that I'm just taking out Subtlety. I mean, I could also like take out Force and bring in Counterspell. It might be a little bit better. Still going to be holding up a lot of mana, and Harbinger doesn't seem like it'll be okay, but I don't think it's going to be all that great. Like, it might be fine. I don't know what. It's like definitely one of these has to go away. I think Subtlety's going. And I guess the question is, do I want to keep Force or Counterspell? If they're playing that stupid Crack the Earth thing, then I probably need to keep Force. Alright, that's what I'm going with. I don't know how I feel about this, but we'll try. We gotta go a lot faster this time, though. I think I can keep this. I'm gonna play Glasspool as a land, and then Glasspool into Hall of the Storm Giants. And then I'll play Chalice on one. They mull to 6, okay. I think this hand's fine. That's less than ideal, but... And then probably next turn I'll just bounce the Ragavan. Or I could just play Svyelun. Like, Svyelun seems fine. Fuck! Alright, nope. Caldra's gonna be a problem, so I definitely have to play Svyelun and then keep up the Brazen Borrower the turn after. They're not casting that, so... Yeah, Goblin Engineer definitely is one of the scariest cards they have because it helps get their combo. I don't have an answer to this Engineer right now. It's just gonna do its thing. They got Foundry, that's not good. I guess I'm just passing here. Next turn I can play both of these. Hollowed Fountain, that's definitely not a great sign. Now they sacrificed the Sword of Call, like, oh god, yeah. That's a huge Oh, they have the fucking combo and, like, all this. We're just dead. There's, like, no way we're beating this. They can just bring back Cauldron Complete by sacrificing Sword of the Meek. Like, okay, well, we have no fucking hope of defeating this at all. We may as well just, like, give up now. This is totally pointless. I don't have a Pithing Needle. Like, and if I did, I couldn't play it because of the Chalice of the Void. So that line doesn't really work. Cauldron is just gonna kill us. I don't think we're gonna live long enough for that to matter. Maybe. This thing is gonna be attacking us for 5, like, it's not good. It'll be close. Like, I do have Spreading Sea, so, like, I can play Lord and attack for a lot. Yeah, I guess. Oh, they didn't bring the Cauldron back this turn, so maybe that's fine. They're giving us a chance here. I'm curious why they didn't. Oh, they have a Hollowed Fountain. Yeah, you're right. All right. Well, they appear to be giving us a chance. Can I just, like, kill them this way? I think they're realizing that Island Walk is kind of a problem right now. Look. Yeah, you're right. They should have been at 10. It looks like we might still win anyway, but yeah, they definitely could have just died here, so. Fuck. One, two, three, four, 5. Yeah, I'm gonna have to block this thing. What are they doing? I don't get this. So that's not enough to kill me, right? That's only 8. Uh, I think I'm supposed to just take 8 and then just try to kill them. Don't they realize that like this thing is a thing they could just do? I don't know why they're not doing it. They just like fucking punted that game worse than we did. How is that even possible? Fuck. I don't know. Okay. So they're giving us a chance to win this match, so we have to take advantage of this. Sure. Do we want to change anything? Do we think that like any of these cards, should be different? I don't really have much of a better plan. I think that we just kind of have to hope that they don't have engineer. They don't seem to have a lot of removal either, so that's surprising. Like, they didn't play Prismatic Ending at all, which I was kind of shocked by. Maybe we just have to run this back the way it is and just that'll be fine. Alright. I mean, I don't really think blocking flyers is where... Like, once they start making Thopter tokens, Kira's kind of pointless. Like, they're probably either about to win or about to lose, but I don't think that just blocking a token is enough for me to want Kira. It's definitely it's Kira definitely is a consideration though. Like, just in like maybe they have a bunch of bolts or something and they just didn't have them, but I haven't seen a lot of removal in this deck. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Goblin Engineer can't get Cauldron back. Okay, so they just had no choice. They were just dying. All right. Okay, see, I thought that it was like Metal Welder where it could get everything. I think I'm supposed to keep this, right? This seems fine, and I'm probably playing Glasspool in turn 1. I play Glasspool into Saga into like Silvergill Adept or Tideshaper. Just hope they don't open up with like Ragavan in turn 1. And here comes Ragavan. Have you like they had oh no, Springleaf Drum. Okay, awesome. I can definitely live with that. Especially if it means I get to like turn this into an island and really ruin their day. Okay. This Spreading Seas means like that might actually be a viable plan here. But I gotta like... Okay, well I'm definitely killing off this Saga. The fuck is this thing? Artifact card equal to... Okay, so they're gonna... They can use this thing to tutor out what they need. Alright, got you. Fortunately for us, we don't care. So I think that we're going to use the Spreading Seas first. And then I can Tideshaper that thing at some point. Of course, why not? Why would you not have this thing again? They have the Foundry, that's not good. Alright, I guess let's use Tideshaper and play Soul Guide Lantern. Well, it was a nice dream that maybe they just wouldn't have another red mana. I think I'm actually gonna let them exile that because I might bounce it at some point in the future to get that back. Bouncing their graveyard right now doesn't really do anything. I think I'm also okay with killing this thing. Let's see. I think I want mana here, right? I want to cast Silvergill plus something else. Oh, I can just Harbinger the Tides this thing, so that works. Yeah, Harbinger's time to shine, finally. Alright. Well, they only have 2 cards left, so let's hope they're not great. Oh, that's gotta be good. We might actually win this. Are you shitting me? Get that fucking shit out of here. We're not doing that. Alright, if they don't draw a land this turn... Okay, I'm fine with this. Go ahead, cast Aether Vial. It doesn't matter. Okay, let's see. What do they got going on? We know they have Ragavan in hand. They can bounce the Batterskull this turn, but like, can they actually survive if I just play a Master and attack? I don't think they can. I think that I think that if I just turn everything sideways, they lose. So I am pretty sure that's what we're gonna do here. Okay. Make sure we activate the right one. You have to deal with it. You have to block something and have an answer for at least 2 more. So, and I know you only have 1 card in your hand, so like if it's a bolt that you are holding on to, it has to be a removal spell for a master, right? Yeah, I think that's that's the only thing that works. So it's Ragavan plus a mystery card. So what the fuck is your mystery card? Is it going to actually get through all this? I guess they can start throwing away artifacts here in order to get blockers with this thing. That's what they're considering. They can make 2 blockers with the Foundry, but then, like, they're just not... Yeah, they're just kind of losing if they do that, so... I'm totally okay with this. They're going to run out of things to sacrifice real quick. Let's get rid of Portable Hole, because that can actually come back. Now the thing is, if they double block Master to try, or if they like triple, they can't triple block Master to kill it, right? So the math is that they have to block at least 3 creatures, or they have to block at least 2 creatures, right, in order to not die. Because if they, or yeah, because if they all like block here in order to kill this thing, they still take lethal damage. So I think attacking with Master's safe. That's how this. They can block like 1 on each of these, and that's fine. But they're gonna lose all of these things. But I guess, yeah, they could sack the Batterskull. Yeah, that's true. But you know what? If they sack the Batterskull, we're gonna win next turn anyway. So like, it doesn't really make a difference. And to be honest, like, we're even if they like manage to find the land for Batterskull, I think we're killing them through that. Like, we still have a Mutavault that can also join, like a Mutavault and a Master that joins the attack next turn. So, like, triple, yeah, block, block, block. Them finding a land and use like equipping the Batterskull. Like, they have to, right? Like, they might just hold back one of these tokens. But I don't think it works. I think they're still gonna like take too much damage that they're gonna die if they try to get cute here. Even if they find the land, I'm not sure how much that actually helps them. So if they have to find a land and like sacrifice the treasure token, and I still don't think that works. They're gonna take 7 here. Like that seems really dangerous. Okay, what are they gonna do? I guess equip the Thopter token. All right, that might make sense. They can gain 10 life. They'll be at 10 and they block 1 thing, and then it's still 4. Like, it's still ridiculously lethal. They hit us for 4, go to 6, and then block and gain another 4. That's not enough. So I'm not sure how they're like all right, so they're at 11 with 2 blockers now. Cuz they can... No, they're not. They don't have enough to do this still. I don't think this... Or they gain 5. Oh, 5. Yeah, okay. So they're at 11 with 1 blocker. Okay. I think we're fine. I don't think this math works for them. That really seems fine. So what is the most efficient way to do this here? So they can't sacrifice the artifact for both of these things. I guess they could sacrifice the actual Thopter Foundry. But we're still not going to die from that. What if we... Alright, we cast Glasspool Mimic and copy a Lord? Like, I think that works. So this will be 4/4. So one of these will die to this thing. Their other token will die. So they'll gain 5, go to 11. And then we... Or, okay, let's assume they, like, block, like, both of these. Then this would be still 4/4 and 5? I think that's still fine. 4/4, 5. Alright, I believe that that's working. Yeah, I do just attack with everything and win. That's what we're doing. Them, so the what they gain they can gain a total of 6 life here. So they go to 12. So block, and then we're dealing 13 damage to them. So they're just dead. Glasspool off the top just really that really sealed the deal. No, none of these blocks are gonna work. Okay, good game. 4-1. Okay, we only lost to Amulet, so like that last match was kind of gifted to us after we punted it. So definitely like yeah, screwed up game 2, but the opponent screwed it up back. So there we go. Merfolk control does it. And we actually did use Yorion a few times, right? Like it was in play. It did a thing. Urza Saga like seemed like it wasn't irrelevant. It did find stuff to break up their ability to kind of combo, so that was nice. I mean, Brazen Borrower still looked really good as always. Like honestly, this seems like this has something to it. The only thing that I'm not sure about is Hall of the Storm Giants. Like I don't know how often this is actually going to be a thing where we have like 7 lands in play for this. Just getting to 5, especially with Urza's Saga sacrificing itself, seems like a challenge. So I'm yeah, I'm not sure if we really want this because it's gonna come and play tapped a lot. We did beat a Ragavan deck, that is true, but the Ragavan deck also seems like it was not really playing a whole lot of removal in it. They had like portable holes, and I think that's the only removal spell they played. So the real problem is when Ragavan is backed up with like Lightning Bolt and Prismatic Ending, because we don't have good answers to Ragavan plus like a shit ton of removal behind it, and that I think is the play pattern where we're failing at. And the Chalice might help a little bit with that. So, but I think we still need to test that match more because I don't think this Ragavan match is going to be representative of say like Grixis Death Shadow. That's going to be an entirely different beast to take that on. We beat like the easy Ragavan deck, but I mean, yeah, this is another thing. Like Brazen Bar was just really, really, really good against all these stupid Cauldron completes, which is awesome. So it's one of the reasons in Legacy my list started sideboarding Suspend because Suspend was also really good against Stoneforge Mystic. So, but yeah, Brazen Borrower, I love this card, and it's really hard to imagine not jamming at least 3 to 4 of these in like any of these decks. We got to see Harbinger of the Tides do its thing once, though I'm still not convinced that Trickster wouldn't have been better because like there were times where it could have just killed like construct tokens. So like maybe Harbinger's fine, maybe Trickster's better. Who knows? Yeah, Glasspool copying Lords was pretty awesome, and I think we did pretty well to like have Lords when we needed them, even though we only have 5 in the deck. So making use of Glasspool to copy it really seems relevant, but an extra Lord might not be the worst idea. I mean, Spreading Seas also seemed like it was fine too. So I think this was pretty good. It's true that like yeah, the matches where Chalice is good, Harbinger is probably going to be good too. So I mean yeah, 4-1's a good result, and I think it does just it's a testament to the fact that if we're just playing with a bunch of fucking like Modern Horizons 2 cards like Urza's Saga and like Subtlety and all that, it's just that seems to be the way to like win in this format. And we're backing it up with like so we have Svyelun and other fire cards like Brazen Borrower, so and Blast Zone. We didn't really get to use the Blast Zone, but there definitely will be times when it matters. So yeah, I like this. I think that this is definitely a good approach and I'm interested to play a list like this again. I think it'll be interesting to see if like the blue-white list is any better than the mono-blue list. Otawara does seem like a really good tech to find with like expedition maps because there's definitely board states where that's going to be something that we want to bounce like a token. Urza Saga you know, getting us either an Aether Spellbomb or an Otawara to bounce, say, like a germ token seems good. So, yeah, idea is to struggle and win the other match and then shine the very few we need Harbinger. Okay, yeah, I guess that's fine. Like, we can test it more. Like, it feels dirty not having Trickster, but you know what? If we don't need it, we don't need it. So if Chalice plus Harbinger is gonna work for us, then we may as well do it. You know, it's kind of dirty that Urza Saga is still puts stuff like Aether Spellbomb directly into play and just bypasses Chalice. Like, that's pretty awesome. It's a little bit less great when we draw, say, like Spellbomb or Soul Guide Lantern, and then Chalice on one's already out. But yeah, when you can just tutor it from your deck and just put it directly into play underneath Chalice, that's fantastic. I love that. Alright, it's that time again where we have to go for the evening. So what are we gonna do? Who's actually like playing right now? Can we find let's go and take a look. If anybody has recommendations, I will quickly read through them as I'm looking to see what's going on right now. Let's see, what are they? Who is playing? I would prefer to go to some modern, but we'll do what we have to do. We'll find somebody who's doing something. We finished a little bit later than usual tonight, so I don't know who's actually still doing stuff at the moment. You know what? Let me see. What are they doing? Yeah, I don't know. I don't really see a whole lot of people playing modern right now, so I'm not sure where we want to go off to on our adventure here. So, you know, oh, you know what? This deck's actually pretty cool. Maybe we'll go and visit this deck. So this is, yeah, okay. I think that's what's gonna happen. There's Esper, Parhelion, and Pioneer. That sounds fun. Okay, let's go. Yeah, I don't see a whole lot of modern going on, but this deck I've actually heard is like really cool. So, oops, nope, come back. I need my creator dashboard for this because I am really bad at doing all this nonsense. There we go. Yeah, let's go and check this out. All right, everybody. I hope that you have enjoyed this for this evening, but I'm gonna send you off, hopefully, to watch some really cool. Uh-oh, is he ending his stream? Oh, that's unfortunate. Fuck. All right. Well, that plan. Oh yeah, we're gonna replace the miscast with Flusterstorm. Okay. Well, unfortunately, we're not gonna go and because he just literally just ended his stream. But you know what? We're gonna go to the person that he was just about to go raid. So I don't know what they're doing yet. I didn't even look. So let's go find out together. Why not? So yeah, I appreciate everybody showing up today. This was fun. So everybody, thank you for being here tonight. And I don't know. I will go find out what this person's doing together. So I'll see you again next time.